It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey there, good morning to you on Tuesday. Hope your week is off to a good start. We have a lot of news to talk about today, so let's get going.
All right. A man from Springfield is in trouble for stealing ammunition from the Bass Pro Shop store in St. Charles, Missouri, and then selling it online. He apparently hit that same store several times and took off with about $2,300 worth of ammo over the multiple hits. Investigators figured out who he was because of his car in the parking lot. He was arrested during a traffic stop.
Don't worry if you see fire and smell smoke near Wilson's Creek National Battlefield this week. The National Park Service is carrying out prescribed burns this week. Expected to last several days through Thursday. Crews say the burns will restore the historic landscape back to the park's vegetation to what it was back during the 1861 battle. And every now and then you just got to clean stuff up. Some trails in that area will be closed down temporarily while the fires are burning. Museum and visitor center will each remain open.
All right. It appears the next public safety director comes with a lot of experience. Governor-elect Mike Kehoe says Mark James will step in as the next director. He's from Willow Springs, has decades of experience in law enforcement, including at the Missouri State Highway Patrol and also as a trooper in Greene and Christian counties, among several other posts. Most recently, he was a Trump appointment as the United States Marshal of the Western Judicial District of Missouri. So exciting for him.
Be the next director of public safety for the state. Cool. It's official. Amendment 2, which is the new sports betting law that narrowly passed during the election several weeks ago, it is now in effect. The state is issuing licenses and establishing all the rules and regulations for sports betting. So no one's actually betting legally just yet. The Missouri Gaming Commission plans to officially launch sports betting by spring or summer. So it is on the way. And the Lebanon area and beyond will be able to better train up medical students soon. A new lab is in the works that will be a prime training ground for medical careers. Plus, Mercy, Cox, and Lake Regional Hospital and Jordan Valley will all be able to use the facility for onboarding, for certifications, and for continuing education. It will be built at the Robert Plaster Center for Student Success, which is owned by the Lebanon School District. And they hope it should be open by September of next year. So good for them.
Cool. Yeah, good for them. That's a big growing area. So all right. First, it was pre-K and now kindergarten. The Summit Preparatory School in Springfield is expanding again. Along with the core subjects, they have art, music, outdoor education, Spanish, and so much more. Just another private school expanding in the Ozarks.
Okay. Seems to be happening a lot. A sandwich shop in downtown Springfield is closing. The Sandwich Scene, I don't know if you've been there, but it only has until the end of the year. So if you want to go, you better get on it. The owner says he's had some health problems that are forcing him to close down the business. Customers may see some pop-ups from time to time, new sandwiches rolling out in those pop-ups. No details at this point on when or where. We just know that the main brick and mortar location will only be open till the end of the year. And that, again, the Sandwich Scene in downtown Springfield.
All right. This is interesting. Watch out if you text someone from Apple to Android or Android to Apple. Apparently, the FBI says China is behind a big cyber attack where criminals stole and hacked the text messages of more than 100 of our government officials. The Chinese embassy denies the claims, but our government says it happened. They say official business is okay from Apple to Apple or from Android to Android, but not from one phone type to the other. For that, you will need encrypted messaging. So beware.
That's weird. I heard about that. I didn't realize it was only when you go from Android to Apple and vice versa.
I did know that that is a less secure way to message because, as you well know, I do a lot of international communication, and they will not do it. They will not do text messaging from one device type to a different device type, they will only use encrypted messaging.
Yeah,
so
WhatsApp and other
WhatsApp primarily, even Facebook Messenger is encrypted. So, yikes. Watch out for that.
Yeah.
And Ethan, I think it means that you and I can't text anymore.
Yeah, I guess maybe so. Or else you
Ethan,
go back to Android.
No, I have an iPhone. I think I'll stick with it. And, Ethan thinks that somehow he's sticking it to the man by not owning an Apple product, and I disagree. He's also being spied upon, but it's fine.
I'm aware of that. I don't bow down to Apple.
Well, nor do I, sir.
Well, it seems as though you do. You buy everything that they have. So
no, I don't have a Mac. I mean, yeah, a Mac computer. So I still have a PC. All right, moving on. On the 13th, which is Friday the 13th, and December the 14th. So Saturday also, if you're one of those superstitious people, I am not. But Santa and the Springfield Holiday Express return to Park Central Square in downtown Springfield on Friday and Saturday night from 5 to 8 p.m. So it's happening on the 13th and 14th, and then it will happen again next weekend on the 20th and the 21st. You can go get a selfie with Santa in the Santa house under the mayor's tree. You can ride the Holiday Express around the inside of the square. So it's a good chance to get outside, get some cute pictures. So much fun. All thanks to the Downtown Community Improvement District. And that is a free event.
And it's supposed to be fairly warm this weekend. So the weather won't be too bad. Yeah,
not too shabby at all. All right, before we go, we have a couple of contests to tell you about at AroundTheOzarks.com. And first of all, football, the Branson Bowl is back. The Chiefs won. And so now the next gift that we have for you to give is a jersey, but you will need the password, the keyword for this week's contest, Ethan.
Yeah, do you know who the jersey's from again?
I do. Justin Ross. Yes.
Justin Ross. Okay.
Yeah, signed jersey, Justin Ross, and he's a big deal. He's very popular. He apparently won the college football national championship with Clemson. So that was in college before the NFL 2019. Then he has 2 Super Bowl championships with the Chiefs. So
yeah,
he's worth
life's been good to him. He's done 2 things that most football players will never even get the chance to do. So that's amazing. Right. All right. The key word is golf.
That's right. You heard it here, folks. The key word is golf.
You'll need
which
that.
Means, you're going to need it to enter into the contest. It proves to us that you're watching Around the Ozarks. We hope that you're telling a friend. And also, Deck the Ozarks is going on. You can find it at the same place, AroundTheOzarks.com. We have 5 pages of submissions from people who say, I have the prettiest Christmas decorations ever. Some of them are inside the house. Some of them are outside the house. It doesn't matter. Listeners get to vote.
Yeah, we'll be the judge of that.
Favorite one. Yes. And some of them, by the way, are hilarious. They're funny. Some of them are very funny. So
go look at them is what you're saying.
So go look at them. Go to AroundTheOzarks.com and vote. Voting is now open. And the winner, it's a good gift. That's why you have to vote, because it's a good gift. You will get 4 annual passes to the Wonders of Wildlife Museum, plus a $100 gift certificate to Jim's Steakhouse and Pub. So it is a good gift. There are 5 pages to vote on. And honestly, the pictures are pretty funny and pretty cute.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. We'll check it up or check it out at AroundTheOzarks.com. And that also has a ton of events. If you go to the events calendar, you'll find out there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. We're in the Christmas season. So the Springfield Christmas Parade is this weekend. Lots of stuff happening. You can check it out all right there. And we'll be telling you more about some of those events coming up in the next few days this week, so you can help plan that.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. We so appreciate you listening and watching, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
Indeed we do. See you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, friends, and happy Tuesday. It's going to be a different story out there compared to the nice mild weather that we had around Monday. Today, not only are we starting off a bit cooler with temperatures just below the freezing point, but we may feel like the 20s most of the day thanks to a strong northwest wind. Cold front came through yesterday. Now the northwest breeze is in place, 10 to 20 miles an hour through the afternoon, but it'll be gusting to 25. And with high temperatures only landing in the upper 30s and low 40s, you can bet it is going to be a cold one out there with feels like temperatures in the mid 20s through most of the afternoon. Bundle up, add the extra layers today. You are going to need them. Much colder air taking place across the Ozarks today. We've got high temperatures. It'll be either side of that 40-degree point. I think a little bit cooler up north of I-44 for the Springfield area. We may touch 40 degrees, but it will never feel that warm. So all the layers today. Don't be fooled by the thermometer because it's the wind chill that gets you today. We will keep a strong northwest breeze in the forecast all afternoon. It never really backs down for us through the course of the daylight hours, and high pressure is going to settle into our part of the country. There is really cold Arctic air up in the northern tier of the country, and that is going to influence our weather pattern, not just today, but also tomorrow. Morning lows, incredibly cold overnight tonight. In fact, we may feel like the teens again early tomorrow morning. It's a brief cool down, however. This upper level trough allows for northwesterly flow today and tomorrow. By Thursday and Friday, though, I see a nice warm up in the forecast, and temperatures should remain mild for the weekend. It also looks like we could see our next series of troughs start our direction as we get closer to the weekend forecast, and that could allow for some unsettled weather that increases the rain chances late in the week and into the weekend. The extended forecast still looks mild for us. If you're taking a look at the Christmas holiday, temperatures expected to be slightly above average for the middle part of the country. This is through the middle of the month, and we are talking about that taking place not just here in the Ozarks, but most of the Midwest, even the upper plains, expected to see some above average temperatures, which may cut down on the holiday travel woes that can often disrupt things this time of the year. The above average temperatures would at least mean that things fall as rain across the Ozarks. Today, we're talking about high temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s. As I mentioned, a cold front comes through again as we head into Wednesday. We're talking about highs only in the 30s tomorrow. Tomorrow, the coldest day of the work week. We wake up Thursday in the teens, and then we see temperatures rebound. We could be back into the 50s by Friday, and I think we're in the 50s by Saturday, but rain chances may return for the weekend forecast by Saturday. That's something I'm keeping my eye on as the weekend gets a little bit closer. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, it's snow squalls, strong winds, and periods of heavy snow for much of the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic. A whopper of a winter storm heading out for the East Coast. We've also got record warmth happening and record morning lows, specifically along the East Coast on Wednesday morning. Arctic air is surging into the northern plains and the upper Midwest. That will influence our weather pattern. And while all of this is happening, there is extreme fire danger in Southern California with dry conditions and gusty winds. So depending on where you're at in the country, it's active, but in many different ways across the United States, at least the continental U.S. here as we head through the middle of the week. All right, here's a look at that brain twister trivia question again, the question that I left you with yesterday. I'm trying to come up with a bunch of holiday questions, keep things kind of fun. Here it was. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? You know the one I'm talking about, the Partridge in the Pear Tree song. Do you think it was A, 12, B, 78, C, 248, D, 364? And the correct answer, believe it or not, is 364. So if you took the time to add all of this up, congratulations to you. You'll be entered to win our giveaway, and you deserve it because the gifts, they're cumulative, meaning that each day's gift includes all of the previous gifts. So for example, on day 2, the recipient receives 2 turtle doves in addition to 1 partridge from day 1, making it a total of 3 gifts. You go all the way up to 12, and the grand total here is 364 gifts. So congrats if D was your answer. Here's your next question that I'll leave you with. This one, 50-50 shot of getting it right. True or false? Studies show that the average American gains 3 pounds over the holidays. Do you think that is true or false? Do you feel that that is true or false with holiday parties all over the place in the coming weeks? You can let me know what you guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much to John's Heating and Air and Command Family Medicine for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. And thank you so much for listening. If you're enjoying the podcast, it would really mean a lot to me if you would take a couple minutes and leave a review wherever you get your podcast. That helps other friends find us. So we can give them a quick weather check as they're heading out the door. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bundle up. It's going to be a cold one. Cold blast doesn't last too long. We'll hold on to it on Wednesday. Temperatures warm up for us late this week. Have a great day. We'll chat tomorrow.